myself met Willow. This is Willow. This is Lizzy's bunny. She's a good girl. Hi, darling. It is very breezy. So it's about lunchtime. We just had a rotisserie sandwich, chicken sandwich. It was really good. We went to Temple this morning, about a 45-minute drive. Evan saw a pulmonary sleep doctor. And so we're gone most of the morning. And Brian and I just came over to the main house because these two dumpsters were delivered yesterday, which means they're gonna start probably tomorrow. Today's Thursday. They're probably gonna start tomorrow with demolition. And so we wanted to come over here and do like a final walkthrough of how the house is today before they start tearing down the walls and the ceiling. It is going down to the studs, down to the foundation. So it's gonna look really different really quickly. Show you how big these are. They literally take up a huge portion of our front yard. So a lot of this stuff the restoration company did not take. They actually told us not to touch anything until the investigation of the fire, which is just standard, was complete. So I need to come and pick up some of this stuff. Okay, tell me your thoughts.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Well,
But first of all, we have to comment on the outfit. Winter hat, winter beanie hat, shorts, and a t-shirt.
I mean, what's wrong with that?
I don't know. I just had to comment on it. Okay, so tell me your thoughts.
Well, I mean, I'm ready to get this thing started. I'm anxious to see what it's all going to look like when the sheetrock is off, because when you're in here, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks like, hey, we could clean this up and move forward, but we have to remove the sheetrock because the fire was in the attic. The attic was a spray foam insulation. And so when that insulation combusts and smokes, just a whole lot of toxic chemicals just came down, and so they're actually in the walls. And we want to remove the walls, remove the sheetrock, and then it will still be on the studs. And so the plan is to encapsulate the studs, meaning we will prime them, paint them, so that there won't be any smell, any toxic chemical that comes out from our walls. Also, since it was an attic fire, all the HVAC, air conditioning, electrical, all the plumbing and everything that's in the attic, cabling, all of that has to be replaced, and that goes into the walls. And so it's just, you know, taking the sheetrock off is just the easiest way to get to it.
The floor, what about the floor?
Floor is totally going to get scraped off and replaced. I think the cabinets are going to be okay. We'll probably have the cabinets taken out, go through a clean process. Some cabinets have some damage.
From water, secondary damage.
From water, so I think they're repairable. We'll see. And the same for the countertops. Countertops are fine, but if the cabinets have to be replaced, then the countertops will be replaced as well, because they won't come in the same. So the tile backsplash that you see over there, that's going to get replaced because we're pulling off the sheetrock and everything behind it. So I mean, it's down to, when we say down to the studs, I mean, everything that you see here is going to come out. Some of it will be put back, hopefully, and then, you know, light fixtures, everything is replaced. So, and since we're going down to the studs, we're making some changes. We're going to take this column out, so this room doesn't have something in the middle of it.
And also removing those arches and pushing that all the way up to the ceiling.
Yeah, so just trying to make this as open as possible. We really think that will make a big difference.
The big debate is my sister Tanya and I want to remove the coffee bar so that the kitchen is totally open. Brian is okay with the idea. He does say that the coffee bar is the thing that he walked in and said, this is our house. Because
I like that. Our last house had a coffee bar.
we drink a lot of coffee.
We drink a lot of coffee. Well, it's the drink bar. And so I like that it's separate from the kitchen.
Yeah.
I like that I can just walk out here, and if we're entertaining or doing anything like that, it's right here, and we're not on the other side of the wall. So
We'll see. It's all going to come down to money.
it's all coming down to money.
What's that line? Show me the money.
Yeah.
Jerry Maguire, if you haven't seen it. Okay, so in here, I've picked out some really pretty wallpaper. In fact, when I showed it to my Esme, she just started giggling, and I said, why are you laughing at my wallpaper? And she's like, it looks like something, if you pictured a Jane Austen book, like it looks like something that would be in a Pride and Prejudice home. So I'm like, okay, well, good. That's exactly what I'm going for. So we had talked about using our own money to replace the front door, just because it's older and the style is not exactly what we would want. We do think it's lovely. Well, at the least, you know, they'll restain it and paint it for us. This little nook is coming out. If you have these in your home and love them, that's awesome. I just do not like these little decorative little things. Like I just would rather have a flat wall where I can like decorate it that way. So I've asked that they not put that back. And we have the countertop over here that matched. This was originally Ezra's room and then became Evan's room. I loved this color. It's really, really pretty. His fish and dead fish from the fire are still in here. If you saw our video last week, we had the meeting at the restoration company, and she did make a comment that probably the only thing coming back from Evan's room is his bed, which it was a solid wood bed that we've had forever, and possibly his dresser. I'm hoping his dresser is like a solid wood antique that I bought right when we got placed with Ezra. My niece Hannah painted it with me when she was in high school, and so I'm kind of emotionally attached to it. But if you think about all his toys, all his shelves, all that stuff, that is like a blank slate. So I am thinking of doing a cowboy themed room. Now that he's getting older, he's 8, you know, like more of like a vintage cowboy, or maybe like an equestrian look. So we'll see. I think that would be really fun. Okay, here's our master. It smells terrible in here, y'all. I wish y'all could smell it. So we're not making any major changes in here, except in the ceiling. We have wonderful vaulted ceilings, and we think that we're gonna add some beams and make this more simple in here. My goats are calling. And then the debate is, do we keep this? I'm leaning towards yes. So tell me your ideas. It just takes up so much space. However, we'll only ever put our bed here, and it's just so much nice storage, these clothes. And I feel like we would have to buy a piece of furniture, so the cost, it just doesn't make sense to replace it. I just don't like this little decorative thing at the top, but I'm leaning towards keeping it. And then here's our master. The only thing that they are replacing really is walls and light fixtures. They're gonna have to pull the tub up, and then they were just gonna reset the tub, although the tub is electrical, so I may get insurance to pay for another tub. Because it was an electrical fire, anything electrical gets replaced in theory. But we are gonna pay the extra money to have this remodeled. I was telling my sister, I actually do like this granite. I wouldn't probably pick it out today with all the choices, but I think we can work with it. If they're able to get the cabinets out and not break the granite in the process, I'll probably keep this. If they do break it, then insurance will replace it. And I'm probably gonna have I am gonna have my cabinets replaced and restained. And then of course they'll replace the carpet, but I think we're just gonna pull this up and tile the whole thing. I don't know, guys, tell me if you have ideas. I also don't like this little ledge here, so we'll probably redo all that. And for sure, we're getting rid of the saloon doors by the potty. Powder bath, sorry it's so dark. We have no electricity in here. I'm gonna do the same thing, beadboard on the wall, but probably wallpaper up half of it. Our pantry, I don't know if you can barely see, is gonna be a total redo. I'm really excited about that. Same thing with the laundry room. And we have 2 bedrooms back here. So one is the girls, this was the girls' bedroom. And then it's a Jack and Jill bath that we'll redo. And then this was Everett and Isaiah's room. Isaiah is now in the military and out of the house. Everett will be a senior next year. So Elizabeth is a senior. So in just a couple years, these will be spare rooms for when the kids come back to stay. So I'm probably gonna think long-term with these rooms, since they're only gonna be here a couple more years, and do something really neutral and that has a lot of longevity, rather than letting them, just paint it a certain color. I let Evan, we got home and I was letting him play because he was cooped up in the car, 45 minutes each way, and then he had to be still at the doctor. So after lunch, he's gonna do his school with me. I've been trying to video some of his school to show y'all, but he is pretty challenging during school time. So it ends up, just being hard. But I'm gonna sit for a second. A lot of y'all, I get messages from y'all and comments asking or just making statements. I hope y'all are doing well. How are you doing? How are you feeling? So today, now that we're in November, it's 12 weeks tomorrow, the fire. I think I'm pretty sad. I'm thankful we're at a point in the process where they're gonna start moving and doing things. But I love the holidays. I love to decorate. I love being with my kids. I love all those traditions. And so, as you walk in a store and you see all of the decorations, it just is kind of like a punch in the gut to me. Like, we don't have a home to decorate. We don't have, a place to put those things. At dinner, I guess this week, Esme said, where are we gonna put our stockings? Because we're in this 1-bedroom, 900 square feet space. And I was like, well, we're not really gonna hang them anywhere. We're just gonna, receive them on Christmas morning. And she kind of made a face and said something like, this is just gonna be such a weird Christmas. And Brian and I lead a Grief Share group. Grief Share is a national ministry that has a curriculum for people that are grieving. And if you're new here, our 8-year-old son Ezra died a little over 2 years ago. So Brian and I went through that program, and now, we facilitate it at our church. And so we did a special video called Surviving the Holidays this weekend. Holidays, when you've lost a loved one, is just really, really hard. And this one lady was being interviewed, and she had just lost her husband and had small children at home, and she'd pulled up to like her mother-in-law's house on Christmas Day and had like stopped before they got there and went to like a parking lot with her kids and was like, let's just pray before we go. Let's just, ask the Lord to be near, when we see your dad's family. And her child said something to her like, this is the worst Christmas ever. And her mom in the interview said, gosh, I hope so. Like, I hope this is the worst Christmas that we ever have. And it got me thinking, like, this is going to be a weird Christmas. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to, not be sad about our house. And we're already sad about missing Ezra. The holidays are already hard because of that. But it's just an extra layer of hardness. And so I think what I'm asking the Lord is that, God, I'm just expecting you to allow this holiday to be amazing, different, challenging, yes, but amazing. And so I think I'm going to fight for that. And what I mean by that is, like, it would be really easy for me to just say, who cares? Like, this is so dumb. Like, do just the minimal things that I need to do just to get by. But there's no reason that we can't have a lovely Christmas despite our circumstances. And so we'll see how all that plays out. Did you get your video done? He wants to, at the end of the process, put together a before and after. So he did like a quiet before, and then a year from now, Lord willing, we'll have a finished video. I was just telling them about how Esme made that comment at dinner about our stockings and how she was like, this is going to be such a weird Christmas. And then I shared how at Grief Share, that one lady that was interviewed made that comment, like where her kids said, this is the worst Christmas ever. And she was like, well, gosh, I hope this is the worst that it gets. And so just feeling sad that we don't have a space to celebrate the holidays and do all of our traditions, and how we're just going to expect the Lord to meet us where we are. And there's no reason we can't do Advent. There's no reason we can't bake cookies and do those things. And, just what are your thoughts on that?
We've had a lot of hard Christmases, I think. So I don't know if I would put this up there with the hardest. It's going to be different. There will be challenges, but I think God will meet us there, and it's going to be fine. I think
it's going to be good.
It's going to be great. Dude, it's 12:15. My goodness. This time change makes it feel like it's already
3?
Yeah.
Oh, by 8 o'clock, I'm toast. So, for you guys that have been here for a long time, you know that in years past we've talked a lot about Evan's sleep. So the update today from the sleep doctor is, since he's not sleeping anyways, well, we're going to try to just wean him off the medication, because if it's not providing him with great sleep, we don't want him to take it. So that's going to be our slow. She did say, why don't you make sure you start not giving him the pill on a day when it's okay if you don't sleep. And I'm like, when is that day?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate her doctoral advice. I just think that it'd be better if he was off the medication. It's not doing much, if anything, and so I would, I feel like he'll be better
In the long run.
in the long run. And then, if there's other things that we can do that are more natural, I think that would be better.
She did tell me, so I'd mentioned to her about magnesium. She did tell me that she uses a magnesium lotion that she rubs on her legs and feet before bed, and she thinks it helps. So
I bet it does.
We're gonna try some of those things. And then I also told her, I don't know how, like, we're not sleeping well aside from Evan because of our weird, like, we're in a room that doesn't have a window. The bed is sloped because there's a slope. It like heads to the canyon. So I'm like, we're just displaced too. So
We're
we
falling
can't,
in the canyon every night.
we can't really judge how he's sleeping long term. So
True.
anyways, and we ended up, he used to sleep on oxygen, and she deemed that not medically necessary today, so that's good. But we are going to keep the oxygen through the winter just in case he gets okay, I'm going to be really vulnerable and real here.
Man.
So I'm 45. Okay, I don't know how y'all feel about that. I'm 45. I've never had an issue with like, oh my God, I'm turning 30 or anything like that. However, 40, my body changed a little bit in ways that I noticed for the first time. So like as he's talking and I just turn my head, I notice sometimes that my neck feels different. So I'm just being vulnerable. I know most of y'all, my viewers, are older.
You're so old.
Older women. Hush, this has nothing to do with you. It's to do with women. So I got so tickled because we have turkeys, and my mom was here, and we were sitting outside, and the turkey like was up close in the backyard, and my mom was like, "That's why they call it a turkey neck, because it literally has this like hanging neck." So anyways, if y'all have I don't like obsess over this. I don't need comments that say, oh, your neck is lovely, you look so young. This is not what I'm going for here. I'm just saying, if you're at that stage where you're premenopausal and your body is changing, it's just weird. So anyways, I'm going to try to not stretch my neck. I'm thankful to be 45 and have lived 45 good years. So
I love it.
Anyways. And all his white beard.
Aging.
Yeah, it is a thing though.
Isn't
it? It is a thing.
What is the thing?
Aging is like an actual thing.
Yeah, it is a thing, and it's beautiful.
It is. Okay, carry on. We're going to go do real life
I'm going to go work.
And has been trying to eat my chickens. If my chickens fly out, he is definitely not their protector. I don't think he wants to kill them. I think he just plays roughly. So I've had to come out here with him because we have 3 chickens that are adventurous that are always coming over. This is a turkey feather, but not because anything has happened. Tell me about Evan. Tell me about the Sam's order with Lizzy. Look, what's that? Oh gosh, bring it over here.
Bring it over there. Tell Mom all about it.
We're stacking it up there. So what have you done so far? Ibuprofen?
Ibuprofen, some folders, coffee, plastic roast. After that, the 15.
Can I see that? Let me
rolls.
see.
Wait, show that to Mom. Well, that was apple cider in packets, tea bags.
Let's try it tonight.
We're gonna try it tonight.
Thumbs up, Evan.
We got us our Breakfast Essentials Nutritional Powder Drink Mix, also known as Carnation Instant Breakfast.
All right, Evan. Evan, tell me about it. What is that?
No way, it's a 30 pack? Oh! That's
30
the best
pack.
deal of the day. Tell Mom about the next thing.
Get it. Get me some more. Muscles.
Yeah. need
Oh, help.
Yes. We have a
Ooh.
2-pack of raisins, resealable bags. We have us
Yay!
some
Gluten-free.
gluten-free measure for measure flour. That means that it is a 1-to-1 ratio.
Oh,
We have us some cocoa powder.
antioxidant.
Right here, plastic.
The attack of the grocery haul.
Next, also it's a good source of magnesium. We were talking about in the doctor's office today about our magnesium intake.
Ah! With space.
I love it.
All right, what else is in the box?
Oh, what else is in the box? They got more coffee, except this time they're single serve cups or
Coffee
a Keurig
pods.
cup or a coffee pod.
Yeah. Don't hurt your wrist. Lizzy just had surgery last week on her right wrist.
Yes, our old-fashioned Quaker oats in a huge 2-pack. This.
All right,
We
Evan,
lift it.
muscles is 10 pounds.
10 pounds. Carry it over there.
Goodness.
Don't drop it on your toes.
Now we're going to have to carry all this back inside.
A large toilet paper. Toilet paper, would you say this is an essential? I would say it's essential. It is.
Oh, is that what you
body
clean your
wash.
body with? Is that for Everett? Smell like a teenage boy? Yeah. Do you want to try it when you get bigger? You smell like watermelon. Your soap smells like...
Yours?
Oh, did that hurt your wrist?
No.
Oh my gosh. Think fast. Oh,
Now, teenage girl soap. We have those.
caress.
Daily Silk, White Peach, and Orange Blossom.
Let me see, Evan. Bring it over here. Come tell me about it. Okay, let me see your face. No, your face. What is this? What is that? What do you do with that? Is it a good one? Yeah. This is Lizzy's best life right here.
The tea. We have us here, everybody, a box. Sit down. We have us a box. Now, it has not one, but 2 of the chai tea, spiced chai tea. Which, apparently, if you watch the Spider-Man movie, chai means tea. So you don't say chai tea, you just say chai. Because you wouldn't say tea.
What do you think, Evan? Do you want to try some?
Do you want to try some? I'm going to have some of this before we leave for church. Iced. Cold.
Oh, good job. Okay, go stack it up.
Let's go.
I think it's like y'all made a tower. Dad should come and carry it for us.
He should. He has strong muscles. Come on. Let's go.
All right, say bye, guys. Bye,
Bye, guys.
friends. Evan, say bye. Turn around.